What's up, YouTube? Hot Mike with Mike. So I just got done shooting a video, a prep video that I promised you guys would be my next video. Granted, that was like, I don't know, 2 months ago. Just got really busy with, work, not work, but school, or soon to be work, and just with my son and all of his therapies and everything, and canceled therapies and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I did want to shoot this video though and kind of place it before the other one, because as I was shooting the video, I was in a rush. I'm on my way to pick up my son and I had to leave. However, I wanted to get that portion of the video done before I left, because I'm not going to have time later to do it. And you know how things are, you don't get them done, then they just get put off, and sometimes they don't even get completed. So I wanted to make sure I got that done, which I did. However, there was things I didn't explain as well as I wanted to, and some other things that I just kind of wanted to put in there. The video that I did was a Mylar bag video, basically long-term food storage prep using Mylar bags. Now before I've kind of showed using a food saver to can, or to also to basically vacuum seal food, which is obviously a very good method. However, a lot of people don't have food savers. They don't want to spend a couple $100s to get a good quality food saver, and I completely understand that. So this method of food storage is much cheaper, much easier, and in my opinion, a lot quicker. So essentially what you'll need is your Mylar bags, which I show in the video. You'll also need your food saver, or your food oxygen absorbers, and maybe having some cutting tool like a knife or some scissors to be able to open everything up. And basically what you'll do is you'll get the amount of bags that Mylar bags that you want to fill up. It works best to fill all your bags up first, and get your count of how many bags you're going to have. You're going to want to fill them up close to the top, maybe like an inch or so space at the very top to be able to seal it. And obviously the more you can get in there, the better. The bags that I'm using, right off the top of my head, I do not know the size of them. However, when I link the product, I will be able to tell you that stuff. And like I said, all of the products that I use will be in the description should you want to buy it. I got my products from Amazon. But however, once you put your food in the Mylar bag, you're going to count up how many bags you have, and then you're going to place your oxygen absorbers into the bag. Now, it's very important, and I stress this in my video, that you only have about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes to get that bag sealed, because those oxygen absorbers have a time release. So if you take too long, you could potentially hurt some of the the ability of it to last the 25 full years of shelf life. So you just really want to be as fast as possible. The bags that I'm using, they actually already have a seal on them, which is great, because then I can kind of just drop the oxygen absorbers in there, partially seal it with the provided seal, and then I can go back in there and I can use my straight iron to get the seal that's going to basically make the food last the 25 years. And in the video I kind of show that. Now, it was tough because I didn't have my tripod. I don't know where one of the pieces is that basically holds my phone. So I had to shoot the video with one hand, one hand with the camera, and the other hand trying to do the best that I could to show you things. It's very difficult to use one hand to do what we're doing, so I don't recommend it. But this is, again, long-term food storage, and with everything that's going on in the world, I hope you guys have been keeping up with your geopolitical events and all that good stuff. But things are starting to get a little hairier. I still do believe that by the end of this year, we're going to have some serious issues with food shortages, and they could get really bad if things continue to go the way they're going. If you haven't seen, the situation in Europe has been getting pretty bad. I'm not even talking about the war. I'm talking about just energy issues. And now Gazprom, if you don't know, has just cut off the gas to Germany and Europe. And there's really not necessarily a definitive timeline. They believe that the maintenance that they're doing will be done by July 21st. However, there is a turbine coming from Canada that was repaired, that was being held up, and they finally kind of caved and said that they would send it. And I believe it takes 5 to 7 days to go through customs to get that part to Russia. It's got to go by ferry, and then once it's up, I believe they said it might take a couple days to get it installed and everything like that. So in a best case scenario, maybe by the end of July it could be back up. However, that's not a guarantee that they're going to get their gas, and it's very important that they get it. I also said in one of my previous videos that you have to watch Europe, and as Europe starts to kind of fall apart, that's a sign that we're next. So I'm not going to go into all the reasons why, having one of our strongest allies, if not our strongest ally, within Europe, not Europe, but the countries within Europe, having them have the issues that they're having and then not be able to power their homes with electricity or whatever it is that they need for heat. That also goes into manufacturing and all that other stuff, and having to force companies to scale things back. That's going to impact our supply chain, and so on and so forth. And you can kind of see how this is going. So again, that's kind of the stuff, some of the stuff I wanted to talk about prior. And now, hang tight, because I'm going to show you the video of how I did it, so you have a little bit better of a visual of what to expect when you're doing it. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment, and I will definitely get back to you. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Peace. What's going on, guys? Hot Mic with Mike here. Been a long time since I did my last video. I appreciate all you guys sticking with me and staying subscribed. I do plan on doing more videos. I've just been really busy with school and taking care of my son. But anyways, in my last video, I told you guys that probably this next one, which is now this video, I would be doing a little bit of prepping. As you can see here, we have some Mylar bags. I lost I don't know what happened to my tripod, but it's making it a little harder because now I have to use one of my hands to film with my phone, which means I'm not able to do as much and show you the way that I really wanted to show you. Obviously, holding a phone and trying to do this with one hand is not going to happen. So I've kind of done some of the work. I'm going to explain what I've done, what you need, how to do it, and we can kind of go from there. So the things that you will need are obviously your Mylar bag. As you can see here, I have one opened up. I can fit approximately 2 pounds, give or take a little bit under or over, in each one of these bags. And so far, I've done rice. So like I said, I have about 2 pounds of rice per bag. I put on there, rice, 2 pounds, and I put today's date. This is a long-term storage prep, so this is like 25 years. This will last me. So extremely useful to have. So that's kind of one thing that I've done. I've gone through and I've tagged the ones that I've completed. And I've also basically finished these here. I have 10. And so here in a little bit, I'll show you exactly what I did. But right now you can kind of see these bags already have a seal right there, which is kind of nice. So they're almost double sealed after you use the straight iron to finish sealing it. But the thing you want to do is, for instance, for me, I had these little packages here of oxygen absorbers. In each one, you can see there's 10. And so there's a little bit of trick to this. So what I did was I got my 10 bags, I opened them up, I poured my contents in there, which in this case was rice. And the thing with the oxygen absorbers is you only have about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes once they hit the air that they basically need to be sealed. So once I had my 10 bags, I quickly had them all opened up. I opened up my package here with my scissors, and I dropped the 10 oxygen absorbers in the bag. So 1 oxygen absorber for each bag, and then I quickly sealed it using this seal right here. So quickly, you're probably, by the time you're done, your fingers will probably be kind of sore because you have to move kind of quick. So I would seal it with this first seal, which would lock in the oxygen absorber. And then you have a little bit more time. Now, once it's sealed, you don't have to rush through sealing it with the straight iron. However, you do have to with the first initial seal. So once I dropped my 10 oxygen absorbers into my 10 respective bags and sealed it with the initial seal, I could go back and basically use my straight iron, my wife's straight iron, to seal the bags. All right, so just to give you an example, I'm just going to use this one. Obviously, there's nothing in it. This is just for demonstration purposes only. Like I said, it's too hard to be able to hold this bag with all the contents in it, hold a camera, and then use the straight iron. So I'm not going to be able to do that. However, I can show you here, basically, once you've sealed your bag, let's just pretend we have our rice in there. Let's pretend that we have an oxygen absorber in there. And now here we're sealing our bag. Now I can just take my straight iron. I'm gonna do about 3 seals across. So you'll just kind of hold it on there. 1, 2, 3. Move over a little bit. 1, 2, 3. And then maybe one more for the final. 1, 2, 3. And now we have a complete seal. It's very hot, so you don't want to touch it. But now we have basically a double seal. And now we have basically food for 25 years. Like I said, 2 pounds per bag, just in these particular bags. I'll certainly be linking all of the products that I've used. They're all from Amazon. So if you guys want these particular bags, they're pretty nice. They're fairly thick, and that's important. The thicker is better. And so like I said, I'll put the link down below in the description so that you can buy these if you would like. They're nice because they come with the stickers as well, where you can label your stuff. And then also I purchased the oxygen absorbers from Amazon. And then really the only other thing you'll need obviously is your food. You're gonna want things that are dry, so rice, beans, pasta. These are gonna be your go-tos when you're putting your food into Mylar bags. You can do things like cereal, however, there's moisture in cereal. And so you're not gonna get a 25-year shelf life with something like cereal. Not really sure how long it would last. However, it's definitely not gonna last as long as the dry goods. Like I said, like the rice, beans, and pasta. This is super easy, much cheaper than going out and buying a food saver. I've showed you, here's an example. This is what I have left. I still have a bag of rice here, this bag here, and then I'm eventually gonna get to beans. I basically get all of my stuff from either the Dollar Tree or Walmart. It's pretty much where it's the cheapest. And as you can see from prior, this was back in 2019. These were just vacuum sealed jars, which I use with my food saver. Another thing that you can do is you can use the food saver to also vacuum seal bags. But like I said, I didn't want to use the food saver because a lot of people don't have them, and this is a much easier, cheaper way of preserving your food without the food saver. So like I said, maybe 20-25 bucks for all the items like the Mylar bags and the oxygen absorbers, and then however much you're spending for your food. But this is super easy and very quick. It took me longer because of all the setup that I had to do. But this is a much easier way to preserve your food for long periods of time. And so basically that's really it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a question in the comments, and I will certainly get back to you. Hopefully I helped you out here a little bit, give you some ideas of how to preserve your food for longer periods of time. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to be doing more videos here soon. Take it easy.